What's up guys, it's Barkplayer, and today I am making another Phantom Knight video. This is an updated list of what I think is the best way to play Phantom Knight for this format. I actually think Phantom Knight's like pretty decent this format. I think it's a pretty competent rogue deck because of the new stuff in Maze of Moritos. Like Dark Magician, you play Azamina with it. I think pitching your cards in hand, getting more value off them, you know, starting wanted. If you start wanted with like Cloak or Boots, they have to deal with 3 engines, and that's really hard for them to do. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. Well, let's get to the main deck first. Not much is changing with the PK names. We just play 3 Torn Scales, 3 Boots, 2 Cloak, 1 Ragged, 1 Stained. I think Stained is a lot more useful in this version because, well, when you get to the small traps, you'll see why. We do play 3 Fogblade, 1 Rank Up Magic. So in this format, I think Ophion is very good into certain decks like Draco Tail and Canine, like Vanquish Soul. So I think it's very useful because it cuts them off of a lot of resources. So, and sometimes when you open these two together, you just need to get the extra extender from Cloak to add instead of, you know, because you'd already used that effect. And then you just make Ophion a lot with your board. So I think it's very useful. I wouldn't really change much with the PK engine. That's really just about it. So yeah, moving on to the next part of the deck. It's Azamina. I think these are the best cards in the deck, in my opinion. It's really consistent, really powerful. This Wanted is probably the best card in the deck. You get so much value off of it because of the new Dark Magician cards. So I think it's just very hard for your opponent to play through it. All in all, there's 7 cards that you to your Azamina combo because Deception gets to it. Costs more cards, but you still get to it. And in a deck like Phantom Knight, sometimes you want the monsters in the grave anyway, so that's good. And then best card in the deck, Wanted, and then D-Bell Star. There's 2 bricks, but the ratio for 7 to 2 is fine. I'll take that. I wouldn't change much of that either, so it's just pretty simple. For the next card, the hand traps, we do play Impulse. It is the best hand trap in the game in my opinion. The only one that's kind of really close to it is Thulos, because I mean it's just Thulos. I mean sometimes like against decks like specifically Azamina, Thulos kind of struggles a little bit, especially when they play Adeptors. I don't play Adeptors because when you open like Boots and a Wanted, if you have Howard as a Azamina, you make a bigger board because you get to use your dark cards better. So you make like 2 Fogblades and a Dragoon and Illit Sylvia, which I think is very nice. We do play 2 Perulia, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Bell, 3 Infinite Impermanence, and 3 Droplet. So obviously, you know, sending the cards from hand to the graveyard is very good. Also, it's not having the board breaker. It's pretty good against Draco Tail, Yummy, a Canine variant. It has a lot of use to this format. And then, you know, we're playing very high impact hand traps like Ash Fabulosa and Perulia, Ash, and Impulse. Ash could be considered high impact, I don't know, but then again, Droplets is very good because Phantom Knight going second is actually very nice in my opinion because it's 2 level 3s make Arc Rebellion, pop their cards, and go for game. That's just what I like to do. Like really big non-engine for the main deck. So that is it for the main deck. We do play 43 cards. It's been pretty consistent for me. Like, I feel like seeing Azamina just by itself is really good because if you just see Azamina, you're probably just gonna either see the rest of your hand just bricks or non-engine. So yeah. For the extra deck, we do play D-Mod. This card is really good. I wish I would have had it for the online regional I did earlier, the remote duel. I probably would have did a lot better if I had this card, but that's fine. We do play Dragoon. It's just what gets you this. Illit Sylvia, Murcielago. I don't play Master of Chaos or anything like that because, well, we don't play like level 8s to make, like Zombie Vampire or anything, so there's no point. That is all the fusions I play. I don't play any more Azamina cards or any other Dark Magician cards. I don't know what else I would play. Maybe like the Dark Magicians to get the draws, but I don't think it has much use in this deck. For the links, I play Bardiche, Cherubini, and SP. Don't play IP because the extra space is pretty tight because this Azamina does take up like quite a bit of extra space, but it's just 4 cards. So we don't really need much link stuff because SP is fine by itself, especially when you're just playing this. For the XZs, we play 2 Break Sword, 1 Raider's Knight, 1 Ophion, the Floodgate. This card's really good this format. 1 Arc Rebellion, 1 Zeus, 1 Typhon, and 1 Downard. You could cut the Typhon for IP, but from what I've seen in this deck, I don't make IP that much. I most times end off SP anyway, because like when I end on a board like Bardiche and IP, you get nothing because you can't use Bardiche as link material. So I just stay making SP instead. And then Downard Zeus is very good against Draco Tail and has a lot of uses in just breaking the boards too. Like you can go breaks or pop their cards, and then just attack over another thing. So it's 2 of their cards gone, and then you just make a format. What's it called? Or you probably actually wouldn't use the pop, but you just make a format Zeus, and it's just really nice. It's kind of hard for them to get over 2 board wipes. So yeah, that is it for the deck. I will show a test hand just to kind of show like the lines in this deck. So yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, so for the test hand, let's get the deck, see what we get. This hand is going to be a Cloak, an Impulse, a Boots, an Impulse, and a Floodwood. So let's just see what we can give this hand. This hand is not that bad. It's pretty good in hand tricks, actually, I feel like. So we're just gonna start off the combo. Normal summoning, Cloak, Specialing Boots, linking 2 into our Cherubini, activating effect, sending for cost. I think the only real thing we should send here is Torn Scales. So we send the Torn Scales. We would probably just activate the effect of Cloak to add a monster. You could actually do Silent Boots first so you can click hand traps, but we're still gonna put Azamina hand traps, so Secret Seeing is not gonna matter as much right now. So I'm not really worried about that. I'm just trying to show off what we can do. Alright, let's do first. Add Stangreaves, effect of Torn Scales summon, activate Stangreaves summon, keep it level 3. Activate Torn Scales, send the Fog Blade from hand to graveyard, and then we try to send a Cloak for more follow up. And then we just link 3, these 2, into Rusty Bardiche. Activate Rusty Bardiche to send to the graveyard. We could just send another Torn Scales for a follow up, of course. Really nice because this next follow up, like if they don't kill you in the first turn of playing through your board, which most times they won't, your follow up should be enough most of the time to stop their crackback. Actually, we should probably set the Ranko spell to play through something like a Droll for some reason. They would have already done it to us, but I said I'm sorry. We would set the Rank Up Magic Launch. Then we would activate the Fog Blade, summoning the Cloak, activate Cloak, that 29, by putting it in defense. Then we would just exit into Breaksword, effective Bardiche pop Breaksword, effective Breaksword bring back these 2 as before. Now you could play Evils from Nightmare, but I mean it's alright. You could play it. We would link 2 into SP Little Knight. And then we would just activate the effect of our Silent Boots to add a Fog Blade for more interruptions, more combo. Set the Fog Blade, and on this we would just pass. So the interaction with this board, they are kind of weird. The first thing you really want to burn off immediately is the Fog Blade, because you want to get that into the graveyard. Could play Wing, but I just don't want to play another brick. Wing could be viable maybe, but you just want to go Fog Blade, send to the graveyard whenever they leave the field. I would say just try to get the Fog Blade to the graveyard as quick as possible. Banish. If they have a card, you can go Bardiche Pop, which is another form of interruption. So it's 1 interruption, 2 interruption. You have SP effect to banish. It can also dodge stuff. And then we can go Rank Up Magic Launch to attach to Breaksword to make Ophion. So, also you could just do it now here. Whenever you summon it for the Bardiche Pop, it doesn't really change much, but because you're gonna do it anyway right then. So, what this board really is weak to, if they imperm the Ophion, which they probably won't, because I'm gonna do it when they already have a monster on board, because this is only main phase most of the time, so the imperm's not that big of a problem. But dropletting this or fall into the Virtuous. dropping in full on the Virtuous really hurts because like then they're just golden, and then also we have Impulse too, so that's nice. But yeah, this fan is definitely really good. We'll do another test hand to show off what other things that can do, because it can actually do a lot of stuff. Okay guys, so I'm going to be showing off a hand that I'm going to be making. It's just like a bread and butter combo. So normally, like, boots by itself with something like this wouldn't really do anything, but it changes a little bit. Obviously, draw phase, so we're going to show off the combo. Draw phase, we're going to activate Wanted to search Dia Bellstar. Main phase, we're just going to go Dia Bellstar, pitch a random card to summon herself. Activate Dia Bellstar's effect, set. Obviously, the infamous here, that would hurt a little bit, but we got the Demon line. Set Deception. Activate Deception, no effect, because we're just going to immediately into the D-Mod. Activate D-Mod to search for a Gaze of Timaeus, because that is the only card we play that is searchable. Broken card though. Here, this is where it gets a little bit different. We're going to activate to pitch another random card. Yes, I know, not pitching the D-Mod, that's weird. But, it changes a little bit because we have Boot Stand. We want to extend our combo more. So, we are going to go activate effective Howl Azamina, sending these two. I'm going to wire out my deck to summon the Murcielago, activate her effect to add a Wanted. Obviously, already activated Wanted. And right here, I mean, if you want to, you can just get an extra draw. So why not? Get a draw, it doesn't really matter. We're not going to count this for the combo. Yeah, so, okay, doesn't matter. And then here, this combo line does play into Nibiru. We are going to go normal summon Boots. You can still play through it, kind of. Yeah, you could definitely play through it. Because we're just going to link 3 to the Bardiche. Now here, we just go effect of Howl Azamina to bounce back Murcielago. Chain 1 Hallowed, just send the Wanted. So if you see the Bellstar, it's essentially the same thing, right? But yeah, basically. Summon Ilia Sylvia. Then you're just gonna set the Gaze of Timaeus, and you are going to banish the Silent Boots. So yeah, this board, you're gonna set Fogblade. So 2 cards in hand. This is 4 interruptions, if I'm correct. We're just gonna go draw phase. Activate Timaeus. We already have a installation with the Sylvia. Put back the D-Mod. Summon Dragoon. We have another, so 3 interruptions actually, sorry. We have a Dragoon, negate and destroy, and then make it a beat stick. Bigger beat stick actually. Discard 1 obviously. Effective Fogblade, just negate, and then another arm negate. This is very hard for opponents to play through. I know it's only 3 interruptions, but gosh, 3 negates, 2 anywhere, 1 on field, really nice. So yeah guys, that is basically it for the video. I hope you guys appreciate it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys later.